Hey everyone and welcome to the club. Today I'll be showing you how to draw chibi guava juice. Let's get started with the eyes. I'm going to start with the one on the left. We're going to draw in a circle, starting from the top, come around to the bottom, and then back up to the top. We'll do the same thing on the right side, now leaving a big gap in the middle. We'll start at the top, same height, curve around to the bottom, then back up on the right side. Let's draw the pupils. So we're going to draw in a smaller circle on the inside. Starting from the top again, we'll curve around, leaving an even spaced gap all the way around. And at the very top, we're going to draw a small circle for a highlight. Let's color the pupil in black. We'll go ahead and do the same thing on the right side. So drawing a smaller circle for the pupil, starting from the top, come around to the bottom, back up to the top. We'll draw a small little highlight circle at the very top here, and we'll color the pupil in black. Let's go ahead and add in the eyebrows. So I'm going to start on the left side here. I'm going to draw a little curve to start this off. And on the ends, we're going to round out the eyebrows. So just curling around on the left and on the right. Now we're going to connect those 2 points with a curve along the top of the eyebrow. We're going to color the eyebrow in black. We'll do the same thing on the right side. Now drawing a curve on the top, so from the inside, curve around to the bottom. Now we're going to round out the sides of the eyebrows, and we'll connect the tops with a curve. We'll go ahead and color the eyebrow in black. From here, let's layer in the mouth. So we're going to start with a curve from left to right, just in between the eyes. Going across. Now we're going to round out the sides of the mouth. So just blending this in with a curve. Now we're going to connect those two bottoms with a curve, coming down a little bit lower for the bottom part of the mouth. Curving down and over on the right side. Let's add in the teeth. So from here, I'm just going to draw a little curve across for the top row of teeth, and on the bottom we'll do the same thing. Starting on the left side, curve across. Now we're going to tuck the tongue in between. So we're going to start on the left side here, we're going to go up, and then come down a little bit in the middle. We're going to do a slight overlap, curve up and over towards the right. Let's color the back side of the mouth in black. On the other side of the mouth, we're just going to draw a little curve for a little wrinkle. Just a little curve on either side like that. Let's go ahead and draw on the bottom part of the face. So just beside the left eye here, we're going to curve out slightly and then come down towards the chin. Right here, we'll curve out the cheek and come down towards the chin. Now we're going to work our way back up towards the right side. So going out and then slightly in towards the eye. Let's go to the top of the head and draw in the hair. So just in line with the inside of the right eye, we're going to move up and draw a point. This is a part in the hair, so we're going to work our way towards the left side first. So going up, down towards the eyebrow, and then we're just going to flick it up at the end. From here, we're going to curve up. So it gets a little bit wider as we come up to right about there. We're going to layer in a second strand here. So just down here, we'll curve out. Now from this point, we want to curve up over the top of the head and just do a couple little layers on the side. So curving up, and we're going to go to the top of the head, and again, aiming towards that point, we're going to leave a little gap here. So going up, and then down to right about there. Let's layer in some strands here. So at the top of this curve, we're going to go out, and then pull that down. We're going to do that one more time, but now we're going to pull it right into that point. curving around in towards that point. On the side of the cheek here, we're going to curve up and around the eyebrow. So curving around underneath the hair. Now we're going to thicken up the side of the hair. So from that same point, we'll curve outwards, going out. Let's draw in the right side. So now from that point, we're going to curve around the eyebrow and just come in towards that cheek. So going out, around the eyebrow, and then down to that point. We're going to go up here and just blend in towards the side of the cheek there. So up here, curving out, and then coming down to that point. Let's add a little strand of hair here. So right here, curve out. Let's layer in the ears and behind. So just on the side of the head, we're going to curve up and out, and we'll pull that into the side of the head. In here, we're just going to draw a little curve, going inwards. Let's do the same thing on the right side. Now lining up the tops of the ear, curve around, and then we'll just pull the earlobe right into the side of the head. And then right in here, we'll draw that little curve. Let's work our way down the body. So just below the chin here, I'm just going to draw like a half circle for the collar of the shirt. Now on the sides of the body, we're just going to draw two curves sort of going outwards. Starting down here, we're going to leave a little gap, curve down to about there. We'll do the same thing on the right side. Starting over here, we'll curve down and out. Let's connect the bottom of the shirt with a curve that goes down in the middle, back up on the right side. Now I'm going to draw the arms just on the hips. So we'll start with the inside part of the arm first. So just down here, I'm going to curve down towards the inside of the elbow. We're going to do a slight overlap and curve across and down. We're going to round out the thumb, just doing a little half circle. And we draw a little bracket at the end of that thumb. Now just behind the body here, I'm going to layer in the fingers. So going around the bracket with one curve, go down to the bottom here, and draw another curve. And then for the third finger, we're going to curve all the way up towards the elbow. So curving up and out. Now we're going to pull this in underneath the chin. So curving in. Just along the upper arm, we're just going to draw a curve for the sleeve of the t-shirt. Let's do the same thing on the right side. Starting with the inside part of the upper arm, curving across. Now we're going to draw on the forearm, so doing an overlap, curving in, and then we're going to round out the thumb with a half circle, draw a little bracket. Behind the body, just coming down here, we're going to circle around the bracket, come down again, draw another curve for the second finger, and now the third finger is going to go all the way up towards the elbow, curving up, and now to right about there. Now we're going to curve up behind the head, up and in. We draw that same curve for the t-shirt going across. Now let's work our way down the legs. So just in the middle here, I'm just going to draw a little curve from left to right for the lower torso. We draw the inside part of the leg. So on that point on the left, we're going to step over towards the right, then curve down towards the heel. On the right, we're going to step over towards the left, and then curve down towards the heel. We're going to draw on the feet. So from the heel to the toe, we're going to draw a little curve. It goes down and across. Do the same thing on the right side. Now we're going to curve the tops of the feet. So I'm going to imagine a curve connecting from the toe all the way to the heel, almost like a half circle, but we're going to stop about halfway. So curving across like that. From the hip, we're going to curve down in towards the top of the foot. So curving down. So it's starting to get a little bit narrower as you get to the top of the foot. Let's do the same thing on the right side. Starting up here, curve down towards the tip of the toe. From the hip, I'm going to curve down and in. So there's a slight little overlap here. From that point, I want to curve the bottom of the shoe. Curving across to the inside of the leg. Do the same thing on the right side. Now let's draw the bottom of the pant. Going up, curve across. Do that on both sides. Let's add a little bit of detail to the sneakers. So we're going to take this curve and just duplicate it above to thicken up the sole. We'll draw a little toe cap. So up here, we're going to curve down to the bottom of the sole. Do the same thing on the right side, curving across. And then we'll just finish this off with some laces. So right here, we're going to curve back. Now up here, we're just going to separate it with two curves going across the top. Do the same thing on the right side, curving across like that. One little detail I want to add is the little leaf in the center of his shirt. So right here on the left side, we're just going to angle out, come down with a short line, and then back in for the stem of the leaf. Now we're going to curve the top, going across, down, and then just flicking it up at the end. We're going to pull this back in, so getting a little bit wider, and then we're going to go back out towards the right. We're going to pull that back in, getting wider again, coming down to here, and I'll curve out the bottom part of the leaf. We're going to take that point of the stem and curve to that tip of the leaf. Going down and back up. In here we're just going to add a little bit of a stem going across with the curve. Up here, we'll curve over towards the right. At the bottom, we'll curve down towards the right. And that's pretty much it. There we have it. There's chibi guava juice. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Make sure you subscribe. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.